in beautiful Harrisonburg, Virginia, Bridgeport Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Old Dominion Monarchs and the James Madison Dukes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, the Dukes head coach told me some great information before the game. Obviously, it's every team's plan to run the ball each and every game. But today, he challenged his offensive line to help his running back get the record. They know that he's been so productive in his career, and today he has an opportunity to get the rushing touchdown record. So in the red zone, I will be shocked if they don't get this guy the ball. They all want him to receive the rock because he has meant so much to this team and to this program. Expect that to be a big focal point of the running game today. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Dukes offense will go on the attack first. A rivalry game like this, they'd love to get off to a good start. Guys, the last time they met, they were trading haymakers with each other.
They sure were. You could really tell in that game how much this rivalry meant to the players. They were exhausted, David. That game was back and forth. Neither of these teams want to lose because you don't want to hear about it for an entire offseason, and you know they're going to be playing with some fire today.
And you hear about it from the fans every time you hear about it constantly. It matters. Heard about it with Jesse Palmer in the Georgia-Florida rivalry. It was a big-time deal. They're going to be playing with emotion. Who can handle that emotion early, get settled in, and throw that first punch?
Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll ride him again. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Dukes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Pushes ahead. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Dukes are marching down the field. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Voorhees. Driven back. The Monarchs headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw one first. That's caught. It's Sherman. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the amount of mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a 3-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's not used to having this talented of a quarterback coming out of high school. Oftentimes, this program has had to develop guys so that they're ready by their junior or senior year to have success. This guy changes that dynamic a little bit, though, and because of it, you can see fans are so excited about the future.
And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it in his belly. Got enough for the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, James Madison. Great job by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll try the right side. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. And the Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Monarchs line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Sees a crease. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Making the adjustment on the play. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking for running room. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Rides to the back. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Stepping to the right. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Dukes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Monarchs send out the offense to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The run inside. It's Voorhees. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Monarchs are in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Trying to establish the run. And he's brought down after a short gain. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Delayed give. It's Voorhees. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Drops back on first down. Keeping his eyes downfield. Looking down the left side. Makes the grab. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Dukes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Got 5 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Using his feet. Touchdown, Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So Old Dominion's offense hopes this drive holds some promise. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! And he gets rid of it.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. from the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense makes a stop, but the chain's woven. It's first and goal from the 8.
Man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a 3rd down situation, and they still can't execute. It's a slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already dug themselves a hole.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. Touchdown, ODU!
Dude, you're just thinking hold them to 3, make them kick a field goal, don't let them score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Rush right in his face. Going to try to get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. Long way to go on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Harrison. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Out wide left, it's Keller. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The give on 4th down. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Dukes with the 1st and 10. Rashad Downs going up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Dukes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's got some space. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Hits inside. It's Voorhees. Sweet cut there. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack in their matchup against the number 12 team, the North Carolina Tar Heels.
The Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. He stopped right at the 35. Almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. On target over the middle. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Monarchs want to crank the tempo. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Quick give. It's Voorhees. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted for the 11th time. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Dukes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. With the catch, it's Harrison. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Dukes are flying down the field. Quarterback changing the play. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Quarterback gets past the marker. Nice move, creates some space. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. And the Dukes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Quick give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Dukes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, James Madison.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the returner will be knocked down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. That one's not even close.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
This one's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. The Monarchs want to move quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The fake wants to throw. Got a man, it's Agnew. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wants to throw again. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Voorhees. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? The give to the back. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. From the gun, looking for a man. Here comes the heat. Quarterback gets the 1st down. After the filthy move, he's got room. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Rush is on. Turning it off. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And he made the extra point without problem.
And there you see his playmaking ability. Golly, like for a quarterback to be able to do this and just take off and outrun a defense, it shows you how athletic these guys are. They're big-time playmakers. And the moment the defense doesn't focus on them, they'll take off and they'll take it to the house.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Caught. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Looking long. Finds a spot in the middle. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. And the Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to run, it's Voorhees. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking for the score. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Escapes the pressure going right. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lost to throw on first. Under pressure. Throwing on the run. Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Dukes. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running inside, it's Voorhees. Enough to move the chains. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here's a throw downfield late. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into a locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
3rd and 6 yards to go. They'll run it. Fights off a defender. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. welcome to Bowling Green, Kentucky and L.T. Smith Stadium. EA Sports College Football ready to roll in Week 3. It's the Western Michigan Broncos and the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
I caught up with the Western Kentucky head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Broncos ready to kick it away first. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Cuts it upfield. It's Jackson. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion.
Kearney on the Jets. He is in. Touchdown, Topper. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Deep in the end zone, it's Barnett. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Straight ahead, it's Avant. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw was really going to help.
Breaks away in the middle. The 30. He's at the 20. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finishes the drive with a thrilling 69-yard run to the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Left side is Howard. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And all of a sudden, this offense starting to look like the Stanford offenses that David Shaw used to coach, where they had 3 NFL tight ends on the field at the same time and lining guys up all over the place, making it hard for the defense. These guys got weapons. They've got big guys that can catch the ball and hurt you. I love the formation, and I love the execution.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. See some running room.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Into the house. Touchdown, Hilltopper. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Avant. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Avant. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. To the air. It's Petty. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Avant. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And that's the 2nd time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of...
X going for the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Give to the single back. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Might as well run him again. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Hits inside, it's Avant. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to throw. It's Petty. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route.
Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Trying to squeak through the pile. Got enough space. Touchdown, WKU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed at so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
Western Michigan ready to get things going right now on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And the Broncos come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to the well. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to pass. It's Petty. Blasted as he lets it go. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. And the Broncos go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the red zone, it's Avant. Here's a little room there. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Powers inside. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Broncos have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They're all over him. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Scanning the field, it's Petty. Look out! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback sent to his guys. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Finds his target. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Drops back on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. QB got it himself. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the San Jose State Spartans taking on the number 12 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's San Jose State sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
Sets his feet. It's Petty. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pulls it in down the sideline. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up. Run in the red zone. It's Avant. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The corners are walked up tight. Second down, gonna throw it. Still looking to his right. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Broncos! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From deep, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Second and long here. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Howard. Here he goes. The 20, the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Looking downfield, it's Petty. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Topper. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. Quick give. It's Avant. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, going to throw it. He's got the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Right side, it's Avant. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. The Broncos right after the huge play through the air back to the line. From the gun, it's Avant. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Petty. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw on third down. Moving out to the right. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Broncos will hustle to the line. Going to the run, it's Avant. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Running inside, it's Jackson. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Changing the routes with his receiver. Uh-oh, look out. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Third and 3. Right at the line. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Hilltopper. They take the lead here in the second half. On to attempt the try. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Straight ahead, it's Avant. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Looking to throw, it's Petty. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Looking for room. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. On the move. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You could see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Got the first down. Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, WKU. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Petty. Buying time to his right. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Takes a handoff. It's Hicks. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. He gets a hand on it.
Yeah, and a lot of times in field goal block, you load up one side, they load up the left side, push all the guys backwards, slip through the crack, get their hand up, and get the big block. Nice job.
Dropping back, it's Petty. Fires left. That's caught. It's Washington. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. 1st down from the 49. Fresh center downs going to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time on target. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Broncos come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Petty. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Oh, pressure's coming. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. Out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. He had 3 or 4 more yards to go, and it'll be a turnover on down. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need 1 first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. There he goes. He's at the 50. At the 30. Past the 10. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Bye.